Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're finally ranking the Phase 4 Disney Plus shows. Yeah, I wanted to wait till the Guardians Holiday Special came out, and I know this is going to be a couple days after it came out, if not longer. But at the time I was recording everything and writing everything, it wasn't out yet. So I finally... Car almost hit me. So I finally ranked all these Disney Plus shows. At first, I was thinking about not including something like I Am Groot and What If, because I don't really view them as canon, just because they haven't done anything to prove that they're canon. I mean, I guess I Am Groot is canon, but I mean, it's also very unnecessary to watch for the MCU. And then What If is the same way. But yeah, I decided to include everything Marvel Studios put on Disney Plus so far. And I'm not gonna lie, I ranked everything from 2021 as well. This list is different, very different actually. Well, besides the fact that a whole bunch of stuff was added, some of the placements of my rankings have changed too. So let's get into it, shall we? In last place we have one that's gonna either get me a lot of hate or people are gonna agree with me, because in last place I have She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I know. Some of you are like, okay, good, finally someone agrees with me. Or you're like, what the heck is wrong with this idiot? I'm going in the comment section right now and telling him how terrible he is. Calm down. This show is not for everybody, and that's a-okay. I didn't despise the show. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, this show's the worst show ever created. No, it's not. It had some enjoyable moments, but for the most part, I just wasn't having fun with it. Like, there were some, like, I'm not gonna lie, there was parts, like, I loved Pug. He was awesome. I love She-Hulk's friend, whose name I cannot remember right now, and I'll probably remember when I'm done recording. She was fun. Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters herself, She-Hulk, was fun. I enjoyed her. And obviously, we had the greatest character in Phase 4 so far, Wong, tying the show officially into the Wong cinematic universe. And we also got Daredevil, and the show introduced us to the greatest MCU character of all time, Madison, with two N's and a Y, but it's not where you think. Of course, I loved that. But the first 7 episodes, I was just like, eh. I had no really excitement to go into it each week. That's why I didn't make any reviews on it. A mix of not having time, as well as not having the want to talk about the show. I was just like, it's okay. However, I absolutely loved episode 8. The one with Daredevil. It should have been how they made the show, because it wasn't even a legal comedy. It was just like a meh comedy that was about just this person. It wasn't even a legal comedy. Like, they kept saying it's a lawyer show. No, it's not. we got like what, 3 court cases, maybe 4, and they were very short and lackluster, and I don't know. I feel like episode 8 was definitely the best, where it was like we had our court case, we had character development, we had awesome cameo, and we didn't even need it to be an awesome cameo for each court case. Just good, fun court cases, and we didn't get much of that either. But yeah, it was an okay show. It's just, I didn't enjoy it as much as the others, and even only 50% of the comedy landed for me too. Like, there's a lot of jokes that just went like, that was okay. I'm not gonna lie, most of the humor for me in this show came from episode 8, also episode 9, and then the end credit scene of episode 1. That's pretty much it. Because, like, the finale episode where she broke the fourth wall was not bad. It was okay. I thought it was very clever how she popped out of the Disney Plus screen. I mean, I feel like they did completely ruin all the very little build-up that the show had. But, you know, whatever. The jokes that came from the fourth wall breaks made me laugh hysterically. But, you know, yeah, I didn't hate the show, but it's definitely not my favorite out of these Disney Plus shows. Now bring us into the top 10. We have none other than I Am Groot. I love these shorts. They were so funny. I loved them. All 5 of these shorts made me laugh than all 9 episodes of She-Hulk. Oh man, they were so cute. They were hilarious. Honestly, the only reason why they're so low is because they're shorts that feel inconsequential to the MCU. Like this. Now, if you, I'm similar to DC League of Super Pets. When I heard they're making an anime movie about the DC League of Super Pets for kids, that's a great idea. So when I heard they're making the I Am Groot shorts for kids, that's a great idea. That's a great way to introduce kids to the MCU. That's awesome for kids, and it made me laugh too. I laughed hard, but it also feel like if I was trying to guide like a friend of mine who's new to the MCU through the MCU, if they're like, do I have to watch this I Am Groot short series? No, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. It won't help you understand anything. They're like, oh, okay. So like, they just feel inconsequential. Like there's no point in watching them unless you want to laugh hysterically, because they are hilarious and adorable. But you know, it's just hard for me to put it any higher just because of that fact. But I have to say, I really hope we get like a season 2, like 5 more shorts. I need more Baby Groot in my life. So anything Baby Groot makes me happy. But yeah, moving on to number 9, we have What If. Yes, What If has moved down a slot actually. Or I guess technically it moved down a couple slots because there's way more shows now. But you know what I mean, right? But yeah, this show, I enjoyed parts of it. I feel like this show is really weird to me because there are episodes I absolutely love, and there's episodes I'm like, what? Like What If Thor was the only child? I was just bored through that entire episode. I was just like, I just want to get to the next episode. But like the What If Zombies or What If Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands, I absolutely loved those 2 episodes. Those are maybe my top 2 favorites. I absolutely loved the What If T'Challa became Star-Lord episode. I liked the What If Peggy Carter was the first Avenger episode, even though I feel like it needed to be a bit longer. I really enjoyed most of it. I actually liked the fact that it started off as an anthology series, and then towards the end it was like, uh-oh, this is a big thing. We have to bring all those stories together. I personally prefer when they do that, but that's just the thing for me personally. But again, the fact that they didn't even acknowledge it in Multiverse of Madness, it just felt very inconsequential. But it's still but the biggest thing that I feel like holds it back for me is the fact that I didn't enjoy every single episode. There were episodes that not necessarily felt like filler because of the fact that it was anthology, and even the quote-unquote filler episodes tied into the finale. But there were episodes that I just like, I want to get through this. I just want to get through this. Like, I absolutely love What If Zombies. Can't wait for Marvel Zombies. Can't wait. This episode was so good of that. But yeah, moving on to number 8, we have The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes,
I am Groot.
Yes, you are Groot. But we're talking about Falcon and our Soldier now. So, yeah, I thought the show was an okay show. I enjoyed parts of it. It definitely wasn't as intriguing as I feel like it could have and should have been. Like, Carly Morgenthau, they should have chose a direction. Either make her full-on anti-hero, that way it's like heroes versus anti-heroes, or make her more villainous, so it's like heroes versus villains. I did like a lot of the show. Falcon and Winter Soldier are 2 fun characters, and I love seeing them interact. Seeing Sam turn into Captain America was awesome, even though the end title card that said Captain America and the Winter Soldier, it should have said Captain America and the White Wolf, but you know, whatever. It just doesn't, no respect for the White Wolf. I see how you guys are. And then, I know a lot of people hate him, but I love John Walker. My opinions on him might have changed since my reviews. How long ago? Because I have reviews for I think every episode of that one. You can if you go rewatch those, I might have a different opinion than I do now. But I love John Walker now. He's awesome. I mean, he really was just doing what he was told to do. Really. And I enjoyed most of the show. Whoa, you trying to hit me? How dare you? Anyway. Yeah, I really enjoyed the show for the most part. There were some things that didn't work. I personally really wish they kept the virus plotline. I know people would have been upset and angry no matter how they did that storyline. People would have been angry. me personally, you could really feel that subplot or plot line was taken out of the show, and I feel like it affected the show. I personally really hope we eventually can someday get like a director's cut or whatever where they include the plotline, but that we never will. We never will. I wish they would have kept that in. But I understand why they took it out. I just kind of wish they would have kept it in. But now I could be wrong. Maybe if I were to see that version of it, I would end up not liking it. Like maybe it wouldn't help, or maybe I'd like it even less. So I could be wrong. But as of right now, I kind of wish we could have seen it, even though it maybe didn't help the show at all. I guess we'll never know. There's nothing we can do about it now. Alright, at number 7, we have an extremely controversial pick. Keep in mind, my list is constantly changing. This could change by tomorrow. If I ever rewatch, if I rewatch this series, it could move up like some of these other shows did. But as right now, my very controversial pick at number 7, I'm going Loki. Yes, I know. How dare I put Loki at number 7?
Make way for everyone's favorite Asgardian demigod.
I know everybody has this at like number 1 or number 2, and for good reason. It's a really enjoyable show. I love the time travel stuff. It's so much fun. Sylvie was great, even though I still feel kind of weird about Sylvie and Loki. Technically, he's falling in love with himself, but he's also falling in love with someone else. But I don't know. It's creepy, all right. I don't know how. It's both creepy, gross, but also kind of sweet and cute at the same time. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. I have conflicting thoughts. But I don't find myself enjoying it as much as some of the other shows. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that I think the first and last episode were only okay. Now, He Remains coming in and teasing Kang. That's awesome. But I don't know. I guess I just wasn't a fan of the fact that this should have been the final episode, and yet it was 50 minutes of talking and exposition. And I think I've said this before. I feel like they're constantly explaining time travel. They explained it like 2 to 3 times in Endgame. They explained it like 3 times in this show. Like, why do you guys keep explaining time travel and keep changing the rules every single time you explain it? I don't know. That's just a me thing. I just like seeing time travel and timelines get messed up. So but yeah, I do enjoy the show. I like the show. I just find myself enjoying wanting to rewatch some of the other stuff more than this show. And I know it's very controversial, because I'm also going to make my next pick a very controversial pick. Because at number 6, we have Moon Knight. Yes, Moon Knight. I really enjoyed this show for the most part. Was the final episode rushed? Yes, but what finale isn't rushed on Disney Plus? My gosh. I did not hate the Khonshu versus Amit fight when they were huge, battling on top of the pyramids like everyone else did. I thought it was kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But it did feel extremely rushed. I thought it started off really well though. Like it started off just awesome with his very intriguing mystery. This is the first show since WandaVision, I think, that kept me wanting to see what happens next. And I really want to know what happens next. As someone who knew only a little bit about Moon Knight, I was very intrigued by it. Oscar Isaac did an amazing job. Ethan Hawke did an amazing job. But I mean, nothing new there, right? They're great. I came to really like the character, both Steven and Mark, and even Lila. Even though I like her becoming the Scarlet Scarab, but it also felt rushed. Like, she shouldn't have become the Scarlet Scarab so fast. But like, yeah. Rushed is the best way to describe this show, I think. It should have been either a movie or a 9-episode, maybe even longer show. But yeah, I hope we get a season 2. It sounds like we might be, but also haven't confirmed it yet. I don't know. I hope we do. But yeah, now we go into the top 5. Bringing us into the top 5 is Miss Marvel.
I can't wait. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. I really enjoy this show, but that's mostly because of the characters. I loved every single character in the show. I loved Kamala. I loved her father. I loved her mother. I loved her brother. I loved Bruno, even though we don't talk about Bruno. I just loved, I loved every character in this show. And I liked the show the best when we were just with the characters. Oh, I also loved her cousin, who's I don't remember her name either. I'm sorry. I only remember the name we do not speak. Bruno. I just loved every character in this show. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed seeing Kamala become Miss Marvel, the super fan. It was so fun. Honestly, I think the weakest aspect of this show is the fact that it had two storylines. I wasn't as interested in the one, and it should have been a season 2. So, like, we had the storyline, Kamala becoming Miss Marvel and learning the ropes of being a superhero. And then we had this other storyline connecting the bands to her ancestors and this agent power. That was, you know, it was okay. I think the fact that it felt way rushed, like, the finale finally didn't feel rushed. That's because the episode before the finale felt very, very, very rushed. Because, like the 5th episode, we got, for the most part, like, it started off for, like, the first almost entire episode was like this. It was like a very different feeling show where we were back in time, and it was, I don't know, it was very different. And it was enjoyable. And then we get into the last end when it was just rushed right through everything in this storyline. Rushed right through it to get to the finale, which was a good finale, but still. Yeah, I really enjoyed this show. I really hope we get season 2. This show made me excited for the Marvels. Because, not gonna lie, the Marvels, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not, like, extremely excited for it. She made me way more excited for it because I cannot wait to see Kamala again. This also made me want to see her meet Captain Marvel because of how big of a fan she is. But yeah, I really enjoyed this show. I hope we get season 2. There are some flaws. It's 2 storylines. It should have been, season 1 should have been her becoming Miss Marvel, and then season 2 should have introduced her stuff. But it did teach me more about her culture, which was cool. And it was really enjoyable, but still, it wasn't the greatest because of the fact that it had 2 rushed storylines. But now, we get into number 4, which is one of the best things to come out of the Disney Plus stuff. I didn't get to talk about it because I couldn't find time to, but that is none other, at number 4, is Werewolf by Night. I really enjoyed this special, way more than I thought I would. Like, this special presentation was awesome and so much fun. It made me really like Elsa Bloodstone, who I hope / want to be a part of the Midnight Suns. I had made a video on that if you want to check that out. It made me really like Jack, the werewolf by night himself. And it made me really like Man-Thing, which I was not expecting either. And it was just so much fun. The action was great. The black and white horror aesthetic, whatever, atmosphere of it. Even as a non-horror fan, I really enjoyed it. I love the style of it. Michael Giacchino, I hope I said that name right. Dude, he's the composer for most Marvel movies and other movies. But he did a great job directing this too. There were so many cool shots, and it was so much fun. This is one of the most violent things we've gotten in the MCU, and it actually worked. I love this special. It's something I might end up watching every Halloween. I really enjoyed it. I hope we get more. I really want to see more Man-Thing, Jack, and Bloodstone. Whether that means Werewolf by Night 2, a special next Halloween, that'd be awesome. Or in a movie, Midnight Suns. I hope we get more. I loved it. But now, bring us into the top 3. We actually have another special presentation. Yes, that's right. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I loved this special. I just really enjoyed seeing the Guardians. The Guardians are one of my favorite teams. I loved every character in the Guardians. And it made me like Mantis even more. She had some fight scenes which made her like way cooler, way better, like especially because like Infinity War, I feel like in Guardians made her feel like she couldn't do a whole lot of fighting. She was awesome. Her combat was awesome in this. There were some really sweet moments with her and Peter Quill, and even her and Drax. I really enjoyed this thing. And the ending teased. There was like an end credit scene teasing Rocket going, great, now we have to have another special. I hope we do. I wasn't expecting them to make another special because I thought Guardians 3 would be the end of it. because Guardian 3 is supposed to be the end. That's the last time we'll be seeing James Gunn directing, at least for a long time. It's the last time we'll be seeing multiple of our Guardians, but at least by the sounds of it. But if we get another holiday special next Christmas, I'd be okay with that. I'd love it. I love the idea. I just love the holiday special. It's so much fun. But bring us a number 2. So I have to admit, these top 2 are always hard for me. And if you go back and watch my last video, they flip-flopped. Because this time, at number 2, we got Hawkeye. Last time I ranked this, it was at number 1. But upon rewatching both shows, I don't know. I think it may move to number 2 because, I don't know. Let's just start with the fact that I absolutely love this show. I think it's way overhated. But, yeah, I love Clint and Kate. I think that's why I love the show so much, just because I get to see more of them. Clint finally gets to become the main character, kinda. You could argue Kate Bishop is, but I'll get into that later. Clint finally becomes front and center for the most part. They finally treat him better than they have, because, not gonna lie, my biggest criticism of the first Avengers movie is they treated Clint wrong in that movie. But whatever. But they introduced Kate Bishop, one of my favorite characters from the comic books. I hope we get Young Avengers, just saying. She was a whole lot of fun. Haley Steinfeld was like perfect casting for her. I really enjoyed the show. Yes, Kingpin was not done correctly. I agree. They could have done him way better. But you know, whatever. Yelena was a lot of fun to see. And yeah, I really enjoyed this show. It was number 1 last time. Upon rewatch, it dropped to number 2 because I really liked another show I think better, which you know what it is by now. But yeah, I love the show. I really hope we get a season 2. I do not think we will, but I hope we get a season 2. I love this show. It's just so much fun. I just love these characters so much. So, yeah. And for everyone who's always like, oh, the show should have been called Kate Bishop, not Hawkeye. Kate Bishop is Hawkeye. That's why the title works so well, because whether you have Clint or Kate be the main character is still Hawkeye, because Kate Bishop is also Hawkeye. I mean, technically, she was Hawkingbird at once, which missed opportunity that they didn't have her be Hawkingbird at least once, like, or any reference to Hawkingbird, but whatever. She is also Hawkeye, so I'm just saying. Therefore, the title works. But whatever. Now we get to number 1, which was number 2 last time, but I changed it for this one because at number 1 we have WandaVision. This show was amazing. It had me hooked from the very first episode, even though it was just a sitcom. I was hooked from episode 1. I was highly anticipating the next episode every single time. I just love this show so much. Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff is one of my favorite characters. I still want her to get her own solo movie. The TV show does not count, Marvel. Don't think you just give her a TV show and be like, alright, that's all, you don't need no more. No, she still deserves a movie. I refuse to believe that she's dead. Give her a movie already. Like, she deserves it. Give it to her. But yeah, we still got a show which was amazing. Vision. They made me like Vision way more than I did, which is why I was way more emotional, especially watching Infinity War. Like, it's like, watching Infinity War for the first time, I was like, oh gosh, that's emotional. But I mostly feel bad for Wanda. After watching this show, I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss Vision. I want more Vision. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of them bringing him back to life in White Vision, and I guess he's getting a Vision quest or whatever. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I love the show. It gave us an amazing line, that being, what is grief if not love persevering. We got great character development for Wanda, even though if they kind of messed it up in Multiverse of Madness. Which I talk about that many times, so if you disagree with me, just go watch one of those videos. I don't want to waste up too much time here. This video feels like it's going to be really long already. But yeah, I came to really enjoy the show. And even the sitcoms, like, the sitcoms worked as sitcoms. Like, I could watch just a sitcom episode and still laugh at the sitcom stuff as if I was watching a regular sitcom. So I really enjoyed it. Yes, the finale was rushed. Absolutely. It should have been... This show should have been at least maybe 13, 14, 15, maybe even 19 episodes. I don't know. Should have been longer. but I'm okay with it. I really enjoy the show. I love it. I just really like the show. So, yeah. Thanks for just on the watch. What is your ranking of all these Disney Plus stuff? Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? I'm assuming most of you disagree with me, but that's okay. That's the best part of sharing rankings. We get to see how everyone ranks things differently. So yeah, let me know what your ranking is down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, especially because it feels like it's going to be long. We'll see what happens when I'm done editing it, but whatever. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you want to see more videos like this, I've ranked multiple things, including the Phase 4 movies. I've also done reviews for a lot of the Phase 4 movies and some of the shows. And yeah, if you want to see any of that, please consider hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I post to go live. It makes me so happy seeing whenever anyone hits like or subscribe. It makes my day. So please do that if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.